Hey everybody, welcome to the Lily Speaks, and today I'll be showing you how to take regular shea butter and turning it into whipped shea butter and how you can make it at home. This is our bounce back butter. So being that I work in my kitchen right now, I do make sure my kitchen is nice and clean before I do anything, because these are products that I'm making for other people, and even I make batches for myself. So what I do is sterilize my sink on the inside, the outside, the containers, all the kitchen. One sink is the sterilizing concoction, and the other sink where the running water is just rinsing out the tubes and containers, and then I'll sit them out to dry, make sure it's fully dried, because you don't want water to be in with your product because that can make mold and things like that. Now I'm going to put my gloves on and start cutting up pieces of my shea butter from Ghana. Gloves. Let's cut it up. Okay. So we have the shea butter. I'm gonna just cut it, and I cut it up so it's easier for it to all melt. So I feel like this is enough to all put in there. Just have to cut it up. And it's so creamy and velvety. And here it is. Unrefined shea butter is ready to go over the stove. So what you're seeing me do here on the stove is I'm not boiling the shea butter by itself, because that will make it lose its nutrients. But I am doing something called the double boiler method. I have a big pot with water in it, and the bowl that I put the shea butter in originally, I sat it on top of the water. So as the water boils, so does the shea butter. It begins to melt, but it doesn't lose its nutrients. So that way it can be able to help mix and blend all the oils together, while you're also able to take benefit of the nutrients that go into your body. This is probably one of my favorite steps. I love mirroring all the ingredients together. And it just makes me feel a lot more confident about what I'm doing. So here we are taking pictures for Instagram for our Lily Shea. Go ahead and follow us on Instagram and get your bounce back butter if you don't feel like making it at home, because we make it fresh for you. So this is the oil. It has come down to a melt. There's still some chunks in there, but you can see that it's melting, and you see this bowl floating. Now I'm grabbing some more shea butter because the last batch was running out. So as you can see here, I've got my oils, and this measuring cup here with the red on it, this glass one, that's where I pour my shea butter, and that helps me to measure the amount of shea butter that I'm using at once. And then I'll go ahead and get my measuring tools to measure my other natural oils so I can mix it, and then I can be consistent every time. I love how I mix it, because the oils that I use, since I do have eczema, as a lot of you guys know, my shea butter is meant for every type of skin, but I really love how it is on my eczema prone skin, and a lot of people who use it who have eczema love it as well, and how it helps with the relief of inflammation. It's really moisturizing. It has the moisturizing even when you're in the sun, not too much, not too heavy. So that's really what I love. Right here, I'm just making sure I get all the shea butter out, because we don't want to waste anything. We want to get our money's worth, and just make a nice mixture. This helps with the elasticity of the skin. Shea butter also has like a natural SPF in it as well. So I really love our mixture, our whipped butter at Lily Shea, the bounce back butter. Yeah, so right now we're going to go ahead, and after mixing it, we're going to put it in the freezer. Well, first I wanted to kind of show you the slow-mo here, I guess. This is how the shea butter looks originally. So we're cutting up some more. The other batch is in the freezer, and so we're going to be repeating that same process. But this is what it looks like. Now you see here, this is how it looks outside of the freezer. It looks hard on the outside, but we don't want it to make it too hard, or it'll be hard to blend. So we have our hand mixer. I have upgraded to a hand mixer. And as you can see, the inside of the actual shea butter is still oil, like a liquid, but some of it is solid. And that's what you really want to look for, because that helps the shea butter to have a more whipped consistency, helps more air to get in. And that is not too hard. It won't take you too long to mix. And this is what it looks like after it's blended. Now we're going to take this, scoop it up into our containers, and make sure it's set for everybody. So there I am putting it in my container. I already have one over there finished. Just take it right from the spatula. I like this method instead of using one of those icing things. I have the icing bags, but it just takes so long. So I think this is more efficient for me by scooping it in there, making sure people get the most out of their products and what they're buying. And then I like to hit it on a hard surface to make sure each corner, each crevice of the container is filled. And that helps the process go a lot quicker for me. And so that's pretty much the whole system there, you guys. That's pretty much what we do. I didn't have it in picture, photo, or video, but that's how it looked. And this is what you will come up with. This is your whipped body butter. You can make it at home. You can sell it to other people. And thank you guys for watching. Toodaloo.